The Backrooms. You've been here before. Level 210, the Condos. Survival difficulty. Class undetermined. Safety undefined. Unpredictable nature. Unpredictable entities. Image caption. Some paths of Level 210. Description. Level 210 is a small, enclosed space centered between what appears to be multiple condo units. The condos appear Italian in construction, and the space between the buildings is roughly 750 square meters. Footnote. Roughly 8,070 square feet. End footnote. There is no day-night cycle, as the time is perpetually stuck at around 9 o'clock. The temperature sits at a pleasant 25 degrees Celsius, footnote, 77 degrees Fahrenheit, end footnote, throughout the entire level, and the scent of clean laundry occasionally wafts through the level. The origin of this smell is currently unknown. Explorers have reported that level 210 seems to have a warm, welcoming presence when entered, and that the feeling grows as one gets closer to any of the condos. There are roughly 36 houses in this level, each having a garden, gate, and terrace. The exact layout of each residence is unique. However, every house is painted white and contains a similar terrace with dining tables and chairs. They all appear equally new, and the furniture appears to be of the same make. Wanderers can enter the condo units, although they are completely empty. The condos appear white on the inside, just like the exterior, and they contain no amenities that a standard home would have. There have been some reports of wanderers finding bottles of almond water. However, these reports have been unsubstantiated. Connecting the condo units is a park that takes up a majority of the level. There are paths that lead to every condo unit. The park. Image caption. The main area of level 210. The park consists of a main area and several paths, with the main area containing a pool. The pool is filled with water that has an identical composition with the water in level 37, Sublimity. The park also includes run-down tennis and basketball courts, both with floors made of concrete and covered with substantial fractures and cracks marring the surface. The tennis court is missing a net, and one of the basketball hoops is bent slightly downward. Grass has been found growing out of some of the cracks. In certain parts of the park, a wanderer can look out past the condos and out of the level, but only pure darkness is visible. The main area of the park is deemed the safest location to rest. Branching out from it are multiple diverging paths that gradually get smaller the further along a wanderer explores. Many of the paths lead to one or multiple houses. However, some paths end abruptly, leading to a black void. It is advised not to go near these black voids, as their properties are still unknown. The paths themselves are made out of uneven, white stone fragments, with most of them leading to the gates of the condos. The paths gradually shrink as they approach their respective gates, or black voids, and disappear about a meter in front of them. Benches, trees, and street lamps. Footnote: the street lamps do not appear to require electricity, as they stay illuminated even with no power. A group of wanderers reported pulling a lamp from the ground. Investigation revealed that the lamps were not connected to any recognizable power source, and it is currently unknown how the lamps are able to remain lit. End footnote. Occasionally dot paths where there is enough space for them. Entities. We, the people. We, the people, are a group of friendly entities that inhabit level 210. While they cannot be seen, they can be heard, and speak in an unidentified language, dining on their terrace. They eat food that is commonly found in the front rooms, such as different pastas and breads. No beverages have been seen on the tables, but some of the people have been heard eating soup. If an explorer tries to dine with them, one of the entities will leave the table and return with a meal for them. The people fill the terraces with boisterous laughter and express great joy even through the language barrier. Communication attempts have been unsuccessful, as the language has not yet been translated. When asking them who they are, the people will respond in English: we, the people. The people will then continue bantering and laughing with one another. Angering the entities will result in them forcibly no-clipping a wanderer out of the level. Several wanderers have said that any future attempts to enter the level after having been forced out will result in them immediately falling through the ground and out of the level. Do not, under any circumstances, kill one of the people. Every wanderer who has attempted this has disappeared without a trace. It is strongly recommended not to antagonize the people. The cats. There are multiple cats that appear and move about the level. They are usually only found in the main area of the park or in the paths of the level, though occasionally they have been seen sleeping on the terraces or on the roofs of the condos. The cats are normally very friendly and like to examine humans who are exploring the level. The cats have been shown to be hypoallergenic. Those with severe allergies to cats can be in close proximity without experiencing anaphylaxis. Footnote: Anaphylaxis is an allergic reaction that is potentially fatal if not treated immediately. End footnote. This may be due to the fact that the cats cannot be touched, and trying to do so will only result in the wanderer's hand phasing through the cat. Cats look solid, though, and they can stand on objects. It is assumed that humans are simply clipping through them. No cats have been seen being hostile to any wanderer, although they do occasionally attempt to bat at people's feet as they walk down the paths, with no success. Most wanderers have found a sense of ease and comfort next to the cats, much like when being near the condos. Open file, interview, Meg data type, recorded audio log, notes. The Meg staged an interview with the Wanderer who explored level 210 and encountered the entities residing there. The explorer chose the name John to remain anonymous. Meg agent. Okay, let's begin, shall we? Your name is John and you have recently entered level 210. Is that correct? John. Yes, that is correct. Meg agent. Perfect. Okay, John. What can you tell me about what you saw there? John. Well, the first time I entered this level, it seemed fairly small, and like a very simple level. But when I returned, like back on some paths, they had somewhat moved. Benches were simply not there anymore, and trees would be at different spots. I'm pretty sure the condos moved, too. Meg agent. Okay. Have you encountered entities in this level? John. Yes, I have. The cats and the people. Meg agent. What can you report about the cats? John. Well, I'm very allergic to cats. It was weird that the cats didn't trigger my allergies. I could have been in deep shit. They are very cute and friendly, but incorporeal sometimes. It's like they're there, but not really, you know? Meg agent. I see. What did you learn about these people? John. Well, I heard what sounded like murmuring at one of the house's terraces, so I went over there. The people greeted me like they were waiting for me, although I didn't understand what they were saying at all. The door opened and one of the people came with a nice pizza. It was kind of weird. It floated right out of the house. The condos are empty, too, so I have no idea where it came from. Meg agent. Your favorite food is pizza, right? John. Yeah, it is. Meg agent. Did you interact physically with the people? Also, why did you call them the people? John. Yes, twice. I bumped into one, and it was certainly not happy about it. It yelled at me in their weird language. The second time, I'm not ready to talk about it. I call them the people because that's what they told me. The one thing they said in English was, "We the people." Meg agent, could you describe how it felt to touch one of them? John, well, both times it was like touching skin, but unbelievably cold, clammy skin. It was very weird. Meg agent, have you ever seen one of these people interact with a cat? John, no, the cats were scared by them. They would never go close to the people. Meg agent, have you ever seen anyone else be hostile towards one of the people? John, yes, another wanderer took out a knife and stabbed one of the people. Meg agent, did the other wanderer die? John, no, I don't know. Maybe? He's gone, that's for certain. Meg agent, could you describe what happened to the other wanderer? John, yes, it went horribly silent, like a tomb. He screamed and begged me for help. I could see imprints of weird hands all over his body, like they were grasping at him. Then he just disappeared into thin air. I think I think he became one of them. Meg agent, I can see you're really shaken by this. Do you have anything to add? John, well, I saw some people experimenting with the black voids. Note, people experimenting with the black voids refers to people as in humans, not people as in we the people. Meg agent, ah? What were they doing? John, they were throwing objects into it and measuring how deep it went. Meg agent, do you know if it concluded to anything? John, well, one fell into the void. He also was nowhere to be found. He probably died. Meg agent, These black voids need to be experimented with further before ever considering interacting with them. Anything more to add before ending the interview? John. No, that's basically it. Meg Agent. Well, thanks again for accepting this interview. Let's grab some almond water, shall we? End log. Entrances and exits. Entrances. The most common entrance to this level is to no-clip through a wall painted with a white and black checkerboard pattern. Finding a glitched street lamp and touching it will lead a wanderer to this level. Breaking a tile in level 37, Sublimity, has a low chance of leading a wanderer to this level. Exits. There are only 3 known exits. The first one is the simplest and safest, waiting. The properties of the level make a wanderer unable to stay for more than 6 hours on the level. After the 6-hour mark has passed, the wanderer will fall asleep and then wake up on any other level in the Backrooms. The second exit is not recommended. When dining with the people, being hostile towards any will anger them. The first time, they will forgive the wanderer, but if the wanderer is hostile towards them a second time, the people will induce a no-clip through the ground and will make the wanderer appear in level 0, tutorial level. Trying to touch, hurt, or insult them is considered being hostile. Any form of physical contact is also considered hostile, save for certain gestures, such as shaking hands. The third exit is the most dangerous and unreliable way. Around the houses of the condo is an invisible barrier that prevents wanderers from going further. Touching or interacting with this barrier is not dangerous, but trying to break or pass through this barrier will make the wanderer no-clip through the ground and make them appear in level 11, the Endless City. This is not recommended, as the barrier is very unstable, meaning that this method of leaving the condo is very unreliable and could result in death.